Good day everyone, I am Marlene Loreto from BSTM2A and I will discuss the meaning of indissolubility of marriage, meaning of conjugal love, responsible parenthood, and sex and marriage. Indissolubility of marriage. This means that once a man and woman are completely united in a consummated Christian marriage, there is no power on earth, not even the Pope, can dissolve that bond. It will only be dissolved if one of the spouses dies. The state laws which permit divorce with remarriage are meaningless as far as God is concerned. A divorced person who remarries and his or her partner are living in habitual adultery if previous marriage is valid. There are two kinds of forms of indissolubility. The first one is intrinsic, which means that it cannot be dissolved by the married partners, and the second one is extrinsic, which means that a valid marriage is dissolved by some outside authority if it can be dissolved by an outside authority. Next is, what is the meaning of conjugal love? Conjugal or marital love are reality central to the teaching of Gaudium et Spes on marriage and family life, partakes of the mystery of the human person. My purpose here is to make some claims about conjugal love and in terms of this love, about marriage and the meaning of our lives as sexual persons. These claims are, first, conjugal love can exist only between married persons, meaning conjugal or marital love is by definition the love between spouses, between husband and wife. This love is truly a form of friendship or interpersonal love, but the kind of love in question merits a specific name, conjugal or marital, precisely because the persons united in this love are husband and wife. It is their being husband and wife that makes their love conjugal, and not simply neighbor love or parental love or filial love or even the love that exists between two persons who are in love and desirous of sharing their lives intimately. Second is the act bringing marriage into being, meaning the human reality of marriage is brought into being by the irrevocable act of personal consent whereby a man and woman surrender themselves to each other, and nothing can substitute for this act of consent, of commitment. This act is unique in that it is the conjoined act of two persons, male and female, whereby they freely give and freely receive the person of the other. Next is marriage as an inherently indissoluble convenience. The reality brought into being by the act of irrevocable personal consent of the man and the woman giving to and receiving from one another their very selves is the convenience of marriage, an intimate partnership of life and of conjugal love. Next is the responsible parenthood and sex and marriage. Responsible parenthood. Responsibility parenthood is an ability of parents to detect the need of happiness and desire of children and helping them to become responsible and responsible children. It is the shared responsibility of husband and wife to determine and achieve the desired number, spacing, and timing of their children according to their own family life aspirations and concerns. There are 10 principles in responsible parenting. The first one is what you do matters. This is one of the most important principles children learn from the parents. They see, observe, imitate, and adopt the behavior of the parents. Second, you cannot be too loving. Everybody loves their child, but the love of parents should never spoil them. Third, be involved in your child's life. It is necessary for parents to be involved in child's life in both physical way and mental way. Next is adapt your parenting to fit your child. Parents need to keep the track and pace with the child's development. Parents need to understand the child milestone as per the age. Next is establish and set rules. Parents need to maintain and regulate the child's behavior. Strict action and punishment may also be required. Next, foster your child's independence. A responsible parent needs to teach their children self-control and encourage independence. Next, be consistent. Consistency is the key to disciplines. Rules for children shouldn't change from day to day. This makes the children confused. Next, avoid harsh discipline. Parents should never adopt the harsh way. They should never hit a child under any circumstances. This has negative impacts on child. Punishment should be mild and used carefully. Next, explain your rules and decisions. Good parents have clear expectations. They communicate this to their child in a clear way and explain them as per their age. And last, treat your child with respect. Children should be treated with equal respect. Their views, opinions should be listened and valued. Marriage is the socially recognized union of two or more people. Throughout the world, it is an effective method of regulating heterosexual. Following marriage, all people other than one's spouse are usually defined as off limits for sexual access. In this way, socially disruptive sexual competition is reduced. In male-dominated societies, this sexual access restriction often are more rigorously applied to wives than to husbands. Marriage also functions as a glue in the organization of society. It establishes social relationships that are the foundation for families and households. In many societies, it is also an important tool for creating economically and politically valuable links between families.